Hi, my name is Tao, and today I'm going to show you how to make rose-scented, heart-shaped marshmallows. So the first step here is we're going to hydrate our gelatin, and you do that by using cold water. This is not on, this is still cold. And powdered gelatin here. I'm just going to sprinkle the gelatin in so there's no chunks. I'm just going to let that sit for like 2 to 5 minutes, and you'll see once the gelatin starts to soak up the water, you're going to have a hard mass. It's not going to be liquidy at all. Okay, so while our gelatin is blooming in the cold water, I'm going to put all the rest of my ingredients, except for the sugar, in this mixing bowl here. So I have corn syrup, get all of it in there. Okay. 4 drops of red food coloring, and this will make it a light pink color. If you want darker, you can always add more. And what makes it rose scented is rose water. So I'm going to add 1½ teaspoons. I want to be careful with this because if you add too much, it's going to smell like potpourri. And potpourri doesn't taste good. So that's 1. And a half. Okay, so it's been a few minutes since I put my gelatin into my cold water, and you can tell that it's bloomed by holding it up and it's not going anywhere. So I'm going to add my cup of sugar right on top and turn on my flame. You want to keep this on a pretty low flame. You don't want the gelatin to boil because that will make it not gel as readily as it normally should. So just stir it together. What you're looking for here is you just want the gelatin granules to dissolve and also the sugar to dissolve. So there should be no gritty texture left. Okay, so when you think that everything is dissolved, a good way to check is just to put your finger in. It shouldn't be hot. It should not have come to a boil, so you should be able to put your finger in. And if you rub your fingers together and you don't feel any grits, then it's ready. Alright, so here I have my gelatin, water, and sugar. It's been heated so that there are no crystals left. I'm just going to pour this right into my bowl that has the corn syrup, food coloring, and rose water. And we're going to whip this on high for about 5 minutes or until it's cool. So while that's mixing, I'm going to prepare my pan. I have a piece of parchment paper that's cut to fit the pan. I'm just going to spray a little bit of spray in the bottom of the pan. This will keep your parchment paper in its place. And then spray the pan. And just wipe any excess off. Okay, so it's been only about 2 minutes, but the bowl feels cool, so that means our marshmallows are ready to pipe. You can see it looks like pink meringue. So I'm going to take about half of this and put it in my piping bag. I've fitted this piping bag with a round tip, about half an inch. So that's about half. And with the rest of this, I want to keep mixing it so that the gelatin doesn't set up while I'm piping the first half. So I'm just going to keep it on low speed. So to make your marshmallow hearts, you're going to pipe 2 shells in sort of a V form. Just like that. You want to pipe them pretty close together. That way you can get more on a pan. Okay, so immediately after your pan is piped, you want to take your cornstarch and powdered sugar mixture here and just mix them together and sift them over the top. I'm going to coat them pretty generously, so you'll shake off the extra later, so you don't have to worry about going too heavy. Alright. So I'm going to go back and pipe my second pan, but these will have to sit for at least 2 hours, and they can sit up to overnight before you can peel them off the paper. Okay, so it's been a couple hours since I piped my marshmallows, and to check if they're ready or not, you can just kind of touch them. If they spring back, then they're ready. If your finger goes through them, then they're not ready, and just wait a little bit longer. So I just have my sieve here, the same one I used to sift the powdered sugar and cornstarch over them. Just peel them off the parchment. The bottom will still be a little sticky, and just dab them in the extra. And put them in here. Shake off all the extra. Here you have rose-scented, heart-shaped marshmallows.